So thank you for coming, everybody. Thanks also to all our guests online from Paris, Rotterdam, or Munich. So today, what I want to present to you is an event which will happen on the 18th to the 20th of November 2024. It is the NeuroHack. It will happen in Wrocław at our institute, Łukasiewicz Port. It is a brainstorm to business, and it is a hackathon-style event which aims to ignite innovation for future neuropsychiatry leaders. So, but before I start diving into the event per se, I have to mention a few words of the project in which it is being done. So, SAME-NeuroID, it is a consortium of 4 partners operating under the Horizon Europe umbrella with Łukasiewicz Port as the project coordinator partner. And the Paris Brain Institute, Max Planck Institute of Psychiatry, and Erasmus University Medical Center as partners. The project integrates scientific, as you will have a presentation by Michał Ślęzak and Agnieszka Krzyżosiak in a minute. But also peri-scientific endeavor, as is being done with this NeuroHack. So this feature educational workshop, training, conferences, etc. So let me give the mic to our principal investigator for first, Michał Ślęzak. Thank you very much. He will present to you a little bit the in vivo part.
Hello, everyone. Hi to friends in Munich, Paris, and Rotterdam. SAME-NeuroID, the name of the acronym of our project, stands for Standardized Approaches to Modeling and Examination of Neuropsychiatric Disorders. And this is the topic of the research agenda in the SAME-NeuroID project. And what do we mean by that? We decided to include to unify our methods for examining the traits, specific traits related to psychiatric disorders. And in specific terms, there is an in vivo part of our research and in vitro part of our research. And in vivo part is focused on automated analysis of behavior, particularly social behavior. You can see on the slide the historical graph from the paper from 90s. This is when the formal approaches to analyzing, to automated analysis of behavior were launched. Now we're using a bit more sophisticated tools such as Deep LabCat or SLEEP for pose estimation, which were has evolved to be adopted for social interactions. And this is the one of the core elements of our workflow. The second is the tool that our partners in Munich, Matthias Schmidt, have developed. This is DeepOF. This is the software for interpretation of animal behavior. And this is the core of our unified in vivo assay. And now I will give mic to Agnieszka, who will talk about the in vitro part.
Yes, thank you, and hello everyone. So the second in vitro part of our SAME-NeuroID platform is focused on human models derived from induced pluripotent stem cells, or iPSCs. So iPSCs are coming directly from patients, from their somatic cells like fibroblasts or blood cells, which through the reprogramming process can be brought back into the embryonic stage. And such embryonic-like cells then can be differentiated into different cell types if you actually like the adult cell type of your interest. And what is the strong advantage of these models is that these in vitro models that we have in a dish are really recapitulating the genetic background of a given human condition, human disease. And we are implementing within SAME-NeuroID activities, we are implementing 3 in vitro iPSC derived models through the know-how transfer from Erasmus Medical Center in Rotterdam And these are the models that were developed by Femke De Vries and Steven Kushner. We start from like the most simple model, like the 2D monocultures of astrocyte, which is the reductionistic approach to look into the biology of a given cell type. Then going further, we have still a 2D, but co-culture, which already allows us to look into the communication between different cell types. In this case, in between neurons and astrocytes. And finally, our third and the most complex model is the organoid models, which recapitulates the spontaneous development of the human brain. And what is very interesting in this model, that this model developed by Femke and Steven is really unique. It was not released yet, but it is the first one that is surface attached and developed in a multiple well plate, which gives this model like strong homogeneity and allows to use it for screening approaches. And all these models, after implementation at PERT, will lead to the development of SOPs, so standardized operating procedures, so that other labs can also reproduce it in a homogeneous way. And these models, of course, further can be used to look into the given pathological neuropsychiatric conditions, to look at the mechanism and also search for the new therapeutic targets and biomarkers.
Thank you very much to Michał and Agnieszka. So now I would like to talk about NeuroHack. What is it? Why should you participate? What is the challenge about it? So the idea is to bring your innovative thinking to Wrocław and to join a group of investigators during a 3-day, as I said, hackathon-style workshop. In this workshop, you will get the chance to discuss your rationale in neuroscience, your ideas with scientists, but not only, with clinicians as well, with patient organization, with business, industrials, and with tech experts. The goal of this NeuroHack is to give you a hint on how to practice commercialization safely, basically, without the risk of bankruptcy. So here are some examples we have drafted for you. Those are just to give you an idea of what we are looking for. So in your application, you could probably, for example, have an idea for a smartwatch for detecting wandering behavior in patients with Alzheimer's disease, which could be, for example, associated with AI. An app for early stage detection for autism in infants. There is a market growing about games or apps for detecting autism. A platform to encourage depressive patients to socialize and to monitor socialization. So how to participate? Well, you will become a leader of your own original ID. There will be 4 groups found, so 4 leaders. One coming from every institute. 1 leader from Paris, 1 leader from Rotterdam, 1 from Munich, and 1 from Wrocław. And we will assist you in forming your own team, which will include other profiles and neuroscientists. The other member of the team's group would be design, business students, or even other neuroscientists which could also bring a new light on the projects. So as I said, we welcome 4 groups to participate, and there will be a prize of 1,000 euro, but for training, purposes. We will ensure during the whole event and before the protection of your intellectual property rights with non-disclosure agreements. And following the NeuroHack, you may safely land at your institution tech transfer office and further work on your innovation. So what about the selection process? Well, attend the webinar, which is today, basically. So you've made a great step by being here to get information about the event and the selection process. You will find all the material at this address, which is the SAME-Street platform, which we use for all communication in the project SAME-NeuroID. In here, you will find a one-pager, which is what you have to fill and to give to us before the 28th of March to apply to be a group leader. This one-pager should be sent at this address, NeuroHack at port.ukasiewicz.gov.pl. And as I said, one leader from each institute will be selected by the 8th of April. So I already gave you a hint of that, but who will form the rest of the groups? So aside from the leader, 4 other students from Polish institutions will form the group, coming either from business, design, or neuroscience. Here is an overview of the agenda. So day 1 will be the scientific context. Here you will get the chance to meet with neuroscientists, clinicians, and patient organizations. And as you can see, at every session, morning or afternoon, we write interactive presentation, meaning that the presenters, the TTOs, the scientists will not give a magistral presentation like I'm doing right now, but will go over the groups and help on a specific thematics. Also, because we will have done this selection before, we will be able to tailor who we invite according to the project that will be worked on. Day 2 is business consideration, so that's more towards industrials and startups, and same thing here, interactive presentations and group work, of course, which is fundamental. And every evening there will be a social event in order to meet with the groups and the other people, presenter, tech transfer people in a less formal way. And day 3 will be done by, there will be a communication specialist giving advices, and then it will be the day of doing dry runs, and finally presentation, going towards closing remarks and award ceremony. So all this should be wrapped up at around 2 p.m. on the first day in order for you in Paris, Rotterdam, or Munich to be able to fly back easily in the same day. To attend my webinar, so you should already know this, but also to get the one-pager template, you have to register to the platform SAME-Street. I will show you in a minute the SAME-Street platform. So here it is, yeah. So you should land on this page, that is us in the picture. And then if you go just on to Exchange Point, the first square you see is NeuroHack information. And here you will have all the information you need. And most importantly, you will find the one-pager template you need to fill. So there is a Word version and a PDF one. So the editable version and the PDF look the same. So here you have title of the innovation, description of the problems and the context, top feature of the innovation, impact, and innovation unique selling point. All of this should fit in one page. And each section has a limit of around 100 words. So this is really an exercise to show you, to select who has this innovative spark in himself. Okay, and then I also put a how to fill document. So let's have a look. So here, this you can see the same category as what you just saw in the one-pager, but I have done the exercise myself. So this is a fake exercise. This is a smartwatch for detecting wandering behavior in patients with Alzheimer. I just showed you. So please don't submit that because this is fake. But this is to give you an idea of how you should present your one-pager. For example, in the problem context, I say, okay, the prevalence of Alzheimer's disease has increased rapidly with the growth of the older adult population, and it is expected to reach around 34 million cases currently estimated worldwide, which will triple by 2050. Wandering behavior is one of the most troublesome signs of dementia, as we all know, and it leads to fractures, getting lost, or ultimately death. The number of dementia-related missing person cases is increasing, especially, for example, in Japan, with the oldest country population, around 17,000 cases were being reported per year. And GPS tracking has become more precise and miniaturized in recent years. So that's your context, yeah? In 4 bullet points, setting up what is the problem. The top feature of the innovation, the smartwatch continuously monitors the position of the patient. It is associated with AI, which learns from the patient routinely behavior and only sends an alarm to emergency services when this pattern changes. For example, when a patient goes to the forest. And for issues associated with battery life, the smartwatch is coupled with solar panel technology. This will not cancel the need for traditional charging, but will greatly increase the battery lifespan. Finally, AI is a very novel and promising area. Introduction of machine learning with GPS patient monitoring is a game changer. So that's my innovation, the feature. What are the objectives? To reduce the numbers of accidents and deaths due to unmonitored patient wandering, to reduce the burden, cost, and personnel on health services for patient surveillance, and to have a simple product that can be easily adopted and worn by the patient. It is a watch, yeah? Our watch could be provided to elderly homes with patients suffering from Alzheimer's disease in order to get first results on patient adoption. That's the adoption plan. And then this could be widened to hospital and home care, for example. And then the innovation unique selling points, that's basically your catchphrase, basically. Watch and found. With the power of AI, you will never lose your loved ones. So this should be just one sentence, like really catchy, in few words, your innovation. So that is about it. Now I saw there was one question, so I'm going to come back to it. And please, in the chat, feel free to ask questions. Okay, chat. So I see some don't have the same version on the site at the web address. Question from Moritz. I'm not sure what you mean. Like you don't have the same documents? Can you please elaborate a little bit? At the exchange point, I see no files tab. Let's have a look. So, exchange point. You should go to NeuroHack information. and then either at the bottom or you can click directly. You should have files. Yeah, got it. Okay. All right. Any more questions? Something needs some clarification. We really do hope you get as excited as we are by this event. Anybody from the room as well? Well, anyway, you can always contact me or contact us via the platform through my email. How realistically implementable should the ID be? Well, it can be at any stage, basically. It can be just really low technology readiness level, just an ID, basically, that you have, and that you wish to elaborate on. Or it can be something you've already worked on, and you want to bring at the NeuroHack to have another view of things rather than the scientific environment I'm sure you're all very familiar with. Meaning that, as I said, designer will be here to help, communication specialists will be here to help, business people, etc., etc. So that is really the plus you should get from this event. And you will also get to see students that are in other specialties, yeah, from business to design. The event is also international, so that is also a plus I should mention. So of course you're all coming from France, from Holland, or from Germany, and we are Polish. But that makes also the innovation atmosphere even better, because everybody has his own way of thinking about innovation, and gathering people from different backgrounds but also from different countries makes a great point to start igniting innovation. Okay. Feel free if you have something more. So I'm going to repeat the deadline. So 28th of March is the deadline for you to apply with the one-pagers to become one of the leaders. As I said, there will be 4 leaders, 4 groups, repeating myself again. And we will give the answer on who's been selected by the 8th of April. Yeah. And of course, the real event will happen from the 18th to the 20th of November. Any other question? I see some people are typing. If your ID is not selected to become a group leader, will you automatically be matched to complete another group? Yes, I think. I mean, I would rather say yes. There will be, as I said, some chance to have a place in groups for other neuroscientists. So it's not only that there will only be business and design and the neuroscientists. So we anticipate that every group will be of 5 people. So there are places for neuroscientists in the groups, other than the group leader. Something else? Okay, maybe more specifically, if you apply individually and not as a group, will others join you or you join others? So, yeah, yet again, so right now we are in the phase of selecting the leaders, yeah? And then the other will join the leader group and the leader project. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. And by the other, I mean the other being either design, business, or as I said, other neuroscientists, yeah. Yeah, Agnieszka.
To follow up on the last question, so is it possible to apply as a group, or you always apply as a single person?
So for the moment, the application is a single person in order to get those 4 projects, 4 groups, yeah. And once we have this, then we will complete the groups with I would say singular application, because we want different profiles in the groups. That's the whole interest. I mean, there can be other neuroscientists, yes, but we want at least one designer, one business student here as well, which will bring the whole interest to the event, to bring another view, yeah, of things. But we are not yet on the second selection phase. How other participant business design are chosen? Good question, yeah. So we will also do selection phase for this, which will be different. We have an idea on how to go by this, but this will happen, as I said, once the group leaders are selected in a second time. To spoil a little bit, there is an idea to go by submission of abstract, for example, in order to select the other students. Yes, Michał.
Because I see the next questions, how other participants are chosen. So as Bertrand said, the groups will start working before the NeuroHack. So once we select leaders, we will have another round of recruitment of participants, because we will also announce it in the local universities. And then, based on the CVs, we will, let's say the mentorship committee will decide, or we assign participants to specific groups based on their interests, based on their expertise. So these groups will be matched based on will be assigned based on the match between the profile of the project and the profile of interest of the candidate who wish to participate. Yeah. Absolutely. So the idea is that the groups start to work before the NeuroHack, so they know each other and they meet online before the NeuroHack. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's thank you, Michał. And that's very well said. And that's also the whole interest of the SAME-NeuroID platform, is that people will know each other before the event, so they will know the project, there will have been preparation, they will know each other, and also they will have had trainings, probably training session with me actually, to see what will happen during the event, how this will unfold, etc. So logically, those 4 groups should come already ready in day 1 to start on their project. Any other question, please? Okay, and then as I said, if something comes to mind, if you have any other questions, remarks, and you're not sure how to fill the one-pager, about the deadlines, about the groups, or anything else you would like to ask, please contact me or the organizers via the SAME-NeuroID platform, via mail as well, and we'll do the best to answer. So I hope this was complete enough, and I hope you are really motivated to participate and to come to our beautiful city of Wrocław and Łukasiewicz Sport, which is very nice. Thank you very much for assisting to this presentation, and we are waiting for your application now.